Good evening. My name is Thurman Greco, and the name of this show is Let's Live, and it comes to you from Woodstock, New York. And I have some interesting news for you this evening. If you go to the website, thurmangreco.com, you can go to books, videos, t-shirts, and then hopefully in another week you can go to aprons. But under videos, there is a reflexology video which you can download. It's made for you to download. And hopefully you will donate $1 or $2 to feed the hungry. And this video was a nonprofit venture that I did the talking on. And the stars of this video are Arlene Ferrieri and Karen White. Excuse me. And it's really a neat thing. It's very casual. It's not necessarily professional. It's not like you're in an office. It's very homey. Excuse me. And it's a wonderful thing. And I'm really, really anxious for people to see this reflexology video. And it's called Reflexology for the Spirit is the name of the video. And you get it off of the website, Thurman Greco. So we're going to continue reading the book this evening, and we're starting with Insomnia. We all suffer from insomnia. And insomnia is such a form of living hell. Spiritually, insomnia involves overthinking issues, and you fear life, and you fear stress, and you fear anxiety, and you fear guilt. And it's very true. Whenever I begin to be afraid that something stressful is going to happen tomorrow and I really must get some sleep before then I start having insomnia. You have insomnia issues if you have trouble falling asleep at night. You have, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't get back to sleep, or if you feel tired during the day. Some people experience nightmares so frequently that they can't sleep because they're afraid of the nightmares. And a lot of people are experiencing nightmares at this time. A good night's sleep is mandatory for good health, and a good night's sleep is different for everyone. My blog has many posts about things you can do to prepare yourself for sleep. Most of my suggestions are practical, and they may work for you. Even with all of these blog posts, I have more suggestions to offer. At some point, I'll write more posts encouraging restorative sleep patterns. Meanwhile, you can get your tips at reflexologyforthespirit.com. That's the blog. And you can go through the contents and find blog posts on sleep. It takes a very dedicated person to resist the sleep offered by a reflexology session. I believe over half the people who come to my table don't discuss their sleep troubles. I fear about them after several sessions, because when they're no longer struggling with insomnia, and instead they begin to brag about how well they sleep. With regular sessions, insomnia issues disappear. You discover you're sleeping well, and there are other things that you can do for a good night's sleep too. One of the best sleeping pills out there is Reiki. A self-Reiki session can become part of your successful sleeping routine. And do you practice Reiki? And if you don't, schedule a class with a Reiki master teacher. Reiki's very easy to learn. It's very easy to use. It has no contraindications. And once you get in your bed, if you decide that you are having trouble sleeping, or if you are on an airplane, or if you're in an airport, or if you're in the bus station and you're waiting and you feel like you'd like to go to sleep and you cannot, you can begin to give yourself a Reiki session and you will go to sleep. If you try everything in the blog and nothing works, a trip to the sleep center is in order. Sleep centers offering diagnosis and treatment are located throughout the country, and it's not necessary to get caught in a sleeping pill trap. Insomnia is a 7th chakra imbalance, and the reflexology systems to work include the brain reflexes, the nervous system, digestive system, skeletal system, muscular system, endocrine system, liver, and solar plexus. Essential oils include jasmine, lavender, marjoram, Roman chamomile, valerian, vetiver, and yarrow. And suggested fields of healing, your options are wide open here. I have a friend who manages a sleep clinic in an area hospital. She's been dealing with people and their insomnia struggles for years. And when you get down to her bottom line, when I get her down to her bottom line, she believes that most people with sleep issues don't turn their phones off at night. They have their computers in their bedrooms, and you cannot get a good night's sleep with your computer and your phone on. Clinical studies have shown that Ayurvedic herbal treatments may help reduce the time you need to go to sleep. And so there are things to do. Develop a relaxing sleep routine, promoting better sleep habits, move your home office out of your bedroom, and go to bed every night at the same time. Stop smoking, exercise moderately every day, and do what you can to get rid of the stress in your life. Skip the alcohol, skip the caffeine afternoon, and identify and correct underlying mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health issues. Irritable bowel syndrome. Spiritually, irritable bowel syndrome feeds on anxiety, emotional stress, helplessness. You need to communicate with your abdominal brain more effectively. Irritable bowel syndrome symptoms include indigestion, abdominal pain, bloating, morning diarrhea, constipation, mucus in the stools. You may feel full after a small meal and experience abdominal bloating. Many people have trouble with this spiritually based disease. And when I think about it, there are no surprises here. Your digestive system affects all parts of your life. Your abdominal brain sends many messages to your cranial brain, all affect how your digestive system works. And this communication stream between your abdominal brain and your cranial brain impacts your overall health daily. Probiotics are becoming more important in our health, even though many people don't fully understand what they are and how they fit into your diet. Just because something is labeled a probiotic doesn't necessarily mean it's the specific product you need, nor does it mean that it will work for you. The quantity and quality of intestinal microbiota affect your digestive enzymes, your peristaltic action, and your stomach acid. Keep a food diary for at least 2 weeks to learn what, if any, relationship exists between your diet and your bowel distress. Using the services of a nutritionist in addition to your physician may help. Regular reflexology sessions will counteract the stress factor and promote homeostasis. Reiki therapy grounds your digestive system. Chakra healing facilitates communication and focuses on your digestive system. Irritable bowel syndrome is a 3rd chakra imbalance. And reflexology systems to work include the digestive system, endocrine system, nervous system, your liver, and your solar plexus. Essential oils include fennel, juniper, nutmeg, peppermint, and tarragon. Suggested healing systems include IBS responds to a combination of allopathic medicine along with complementary and alternative treatments. Integrative medicine works well with IBS. If you have problems for more than a month, visit a gastroenterologist for a diagnosis and relief. IBS is one disease you should not self-diagnose because of the many different things it could be, from constipation to cancer. For things to do, eat soluble fiber foods, include steamed leafy vegetables, limit caffeine and alcohol. Add fermented foods, include fruits, and limit dairy products. Visit a nutritionist for dietary tips to deal with stress and pain, bloating, persistent diarrhea. The bottom line is to avoid problem foods, exercise regularly to reduce stress, eat on a schedule, drink plenty of liquids, and drink plenty of liquids, and drink plenty of liquids. Itchy feet. Spiritually, you are itching to get out or get away. Many situations cause itchy feet. Ringworm, athlete's foot, an allergy, your laundry detergent, poison oak, poison ivy, eczema, psoriasis, dry skin, nutritional deficiency, or poor circulation. Itchy feet are a crown chakra imbalance. Reflexology systems to work include the endocrine system, sense organs, immune system, digestive system, nervous system, liver, and solar plexus. Essential oils include frankincense, geranium, helichrysum, juniper, lavender, myrrh, peppermint, and tea tree. Suggested healing systems say this: if things don't improve, a healthcare professional is a good option. You need to get to the bottom of the matter. For starters, rule out a fungus infection or other disease. An interested podiatrist will make your job easier. And I use a podiatrist. Podiatrists are not the same thing as physicians, although they are medically trained, but their focus is on your feet. And it's not a waste of time for a podiatrist to worry about itchy feet, or to worry about your bunions, or to worry about your ingrown toenails, or to worry about any of those things that we suffer from. And if you have trouble walking, or if you need an orthotic, or if you need special shoes, podiatrists do not think those things are a waste of time. They are not overworked. That is their specialty. Things to do include switching to natural fiber socks, wear sandals so your feet can breathe, and moisturize your feet daily. We now go on to the letter K. Kidney infections. Spiritually, kidney infections happen when you harbor emotions too long. You complicate the issue with disappointment, anger, exhaustion, fear, and anxiety. But don't take your kidney infection or any urinary tract infection lightly. See a physician immediately for proper medication and treatment. Kidney infections are serious. If you experience more than one, see a good urologist. Kidney infections are a second chakra imbalance. Reflexology systems to work include your endocrine system, urinary system, immune system, nervous system, digestive system, lymphatic system, spleen, liver, and solar plexus. Regular reflexology, Reiki, and chakra healing sessions make a difference. Essential oils include cumin, frankincense, geranium, helichrysum, lemongrass, rosemary, and thyme. Things to do include avoid douches, powders, and deodorant sprays in your genital area. Avoid stress whenever possible. Keep yourself hydrated and drink cranberry juice regularly. Include yogurt and kefir in your diet. Urinate after intercourse. Urinate whenever you feel the urge. Wipe from the front to the back after a bowel movement, and wear cotton underwear. Kidney stones. Spiritually, kidney stones are clumps of anger refusing to go away. Kidney stones can be extremely, severely painful. Pain and tenderness begins in the mid-back and moves down to the bladder as the stone passes. This pain will include nausea, vomiting, bloody urine, reduced urine flow. Kidney stones become painful when they move into your kidney or your ureter. Severe pain begins in your side and back below your ribs. The pain spreads to the lower abdomen and groin, and the pain changes in intensity as the stone moves. Urine is pink, red, or brown, and urination is painful. You experience a persistent urge to urinate, and you urinate more than normal. Kidney stones can be hereditary. There are several categories of kidney stones: calcium, magnesium and ammonia, uric acid, and cystine stones. They can be caused by dehydration, infection, high concentration of calcium in your urine. They are also often caused by a number of serious diseases. You need to know why you have kidney stones, and you need to contact a medical professional. And even though you may be a person who is not very happy with going to a physician, calling a medical professional for kidney stones is not too hard. The pain is extremely intense. Kidney stones are a second chakra imbalance. Reflexology systems to work include the immune system, urinary system, lymphatic system, nervous system, circulatory system, endocrine system, liver, and solar plexus. Your essential oils include helichrysum, frankincense, lemon, geranium, juniper, and orange. Suggested healing systems are these. While I always promote integrative medicine, in this instance, I encourage you to keep conventional medicine at the core of your kidney stone treatment. See your physician immediately if you have a kidney stone attack. Keep everyone in your healing loop informed of all the treatments that you receive. If you experience a kidney stone a second time, it's time to find a urologist interested in your situation. And things to do include drink 2 quarts of water daily to keep the urine flow diluted enough to discourage stone development. Skip carbonated beverages and grapefruit. A high-fiber diet is important. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Avoid a high-protein diet, fat, salt, and antacids. Consult with a nutritionist to get yourself on an anti-stone diet. Regular exercise is essential for weight loss. Find out why you had a kidney stone in the first place. Knee pain. Spiritually, you are inflexible and unable to bend. Knee problems are common. If you experience swelling, redness, tenderness, soreness, and pain, you may have issues with your bones, joints, or ligaments. If your pain comes from an illness, you may have mechanical problems like tendinitis or bursitis. An injury, accident, or fall may have traumatized your knee. Your knees may be fractured, dislocated, sprained, strained, and your ligaments torn. Because your knees move you through life, I'm surprised they don't have more diseases than trauma. Knee pain can be excruciating. I know. I suffered one bout of knee pain brought on by stress. I was doing 28 hours worth of work in a 24-hour day as I prepared for a trip to a dowsers convention. Of course, it wasn't long until my knee began to speak to me. And a stubborn old healer, I just simply pressed on. You have arthritis of your left knee, the orthopedist at the walk-in clinic in Kingston told me. She handed down this diagnosis in an office 3 days before the convention and after an x-ray. My to-do list still seemed endless. Stubborn old healer that I am, I simply pressed on. What can I say? I made it to the convention. Things went well, but my knee screeched and yelled the entire time. During the convention, my screeching knee did its job very well. I walked slowly each morning and more slowly as the day wore on. I used a shopping cart to carry everything because I couldn't lift anything. And do I need to tell you that the day after the convention ended and the stress evaporated, my knee pain disappeared? I made appointments with my physical therapist when I got home to strengthen the muscles around my knee to stabilize it. She taught me how to shift pressure away from the side of my knee. Reflexology sessions brought instant relief. I booked 5 sessions over the space of a week with my favorite reflexologist and included Reiki sessions. The pain never returned. Thank you, knees. You did your job as well as you could under the circumstances. What I didn't understand then is that our knees are a balancing act that makes them unique. They are a setup for arthritis and pain. If your knee is unbalanced, for whatever reason, pain results. Your knees work with your ankles to support your body evenly. The wisdom I take away from this is this. When your knees or ankles give you problems, a good starting point is exercises taught to you by a physical therapist. The longer you ignore your pain, the more complicated it may be to repair them later. Ongoing, regular reflexology appointments are lifesavers for knee pain and discomfort. Knee pain is a first chakra imbalance. Reflexology systems to work include nervous system, muscular system, skeletal system, lymphatic system, liver, and solar plexus. Essential oils include basil, clove, eucalyptus, frankincense, ginger, lemongrass, peppermint, rosemary, thyme, and vetiver. Suggested healing systems include consult with a medical professional when your knees bother you. Knee pain needs your healthcare attention. When your knees suffer, include physical therapists, chiropractic professionals, acupuncturists in your healing plan. Make time for reflexology, Reiki, and chakra healing. And now we go on to L. Laryngitis. Spiritually, you are afraid to speak up. You resent your situation. An inflamed larynx, allergies, smoking, coughing due to another illness, infection, and overworked throat are some frequent causes. Laryngitis can accompany a sore throat, dry cough, and occasional fever. A hoarse, throaty, whispering voice is common. Laryngitis is a 5th chakra imbalance. Reflexology systems to work: nervous system, immune system, endocrine system, lymphatic system, sense organs, liver, and solar plexus. Whatever the cause, reflexology, Reiki, and chakra healing help. Essential oils include eucalyptus, ginger, lemongrass, myrrh, peppermint, pine, rosemary, tea tree, and thyme. Suggested healing systems are this. Laryngitis often goes away on its own in a few days. If not, visit a healthcare professional to learn the cause. Things to do: breathe moist air, stay warm, rest your voice, drink plenty of fluids to moisten your throat, avoid decongestants, whispering, and secondhand smoke. Measles. Spiritually, you are nervous about things about to happen and do not want to experience them. My memory of measles is clear. It was a terrible experience. For starters, my fever was high, so I had no appetite, and a lot of adults were urging me to eat. Additionally, there was much discussion about how bad my rash was. Because I was sensitive to light, I spent the next 10 days in the perpetual nighttime of a darkened room. I was off limits to everyone because measles has a reputation for being highly contagious. And finally, I felt awful. Life was glorious when my fever broke and the rash disappeared. Measles is a viral infection disease often prevented with an inoculation. First symptoms usually include a hacking cough, a runny nose, high fever, sensitivity to light, and watery eyes. The measles rash usually shows up first on the forehead and spreads downward over the face and neck and body to your feet. A person experiencing a serious bout of measles can have long-term health issues, including brain damage, hearing loss, and immune suppression. Measles is a 6th chakra imbalance. And reflexology systems to work include the immune system, nervous system, endocrine system, liver, and solar plexus. Essential oils include lavender, Roman chamomile, melaleuca, clove, and thyme. Memory problems include spiritually, when you forget something, you just don't have to deal with it, which is pretty good. Your mind grows and changes throughout your life. Your brain does age, though, just like the rest of your body. Sometimes when we think of what we think of as memory loss is not that at all. It is instead paying too much attention to distractions that interfere with your ability to learn and remember things. The operative word here is focus. As Cotton Top seniors, we all need to pay attention. A number of situations affect memory function. An example of this includes recent lifestyle changes. Retirement or job loss can affect your memory dramatically. Do you keep a calendar or appointment book? This seems silly, but several times in the past, I've known employees, volunteers, friends, and clients who couldn't keep track of the day of the week or the month of the year. At any given moment, none of them knew where they were supposed to be or what they were supposed to do. An appointment book turned their lives around. Memory loss is a seventh chakra imbalance. Reflexology systems to work include the nervous system, intestinal system, endocrine system, lymphatics, muscular system, skeletal system, respiratory system, eye and ear reflexes, brain reflex, liver, and solar plexus. Essential oils include frankincense, rosemary, peppermint, and thyme. Suggested healing systems are these. Your situation encourages you to learn about and adopt all complementary, alternative, and integrative medical techniques you feel may work for you. Your first stop is a visit to a qualified, interested physician for an evaluation which will include information about your hormones. Things to do: get enough sleep every night, exercise regularly, practice a few minutes of deep breathing every day. If you don't know any deep breathing exercises, join a yoga class. Do not take any medications you do not need, and visit a nutritionist to show you the way to the best foods for a brain-healthy diet. Take supplements to benefit your brain cells and cut out the alcohol. And finally, use your brain every day. Menopause. Spiritually, menopause is a time to face your fear of aging, self-pity, and femininity rejection. Women experience hot sweats, depression, fatigue, headaches, incontinence, insomnia, mood swings, disturbed sleep, weight gain, urinary problems, vaginal changes, and dry skin. There isn't an awful lot known about menopause, actually. The downshift of hormones is a major physical adjustment for your body, but menopause is not a disease. Introduce changes in your daily habits to keep yourself physically and mentally active. Make exercise part of your life, and choose activities with some weight-bearing movements and some Kegel exercises. Not everyone realizes that yoga is a weight-bearing exercise. If you don't believe this, take a few classes and discover for yourself. Join a woman's support group. Menopause is a second chakra issue, and reflexology systems to work include brain reflexes, endocrine system, nervous system, sense organs, muscular system, liver, and solar plexus. Regular reflexology sessions may help relieve headaches, sleep disturbances, and other uncomfortable symptoms you may experience. Reiki therapy and chakra healing are essential for your menopause experience relief. Essential oils include clary sage, geranium, peppermint, and sage. Suggested healing systems: menopause is a good match with integrative medicines. This is a good time to become friends with complementary health modalities and services. Include nutritional counseling. And things to do: wear natural materials that breathe and dress in layers. Take a regular yoga class, adopt deep breathing techniques for tension release, lose weight. Avoid spicy foods, alcohol, hot baths or showers, and smoking. Menstrual cramps. Spiritually, with menstrual cramps, you feel self-criticism, guilt, sinful, disempowered, and shameful. Tension and fear are holding on. Although the cramps you experience during your menstrual cycle are natural, that doesn't mean that they're easy to experience. The discomfort accompanying premenstrual syndrome is bad enough without the cramps which go with it. You feel cramping pains in your abdomen and lower back. You may have headaches, dizziness, and fainting. Heavy bleeding can accompany the cramping, and if this happens, don't put heat on your abdomen because that dilates your blood vessels, which may increase the bleeding. Your focus is on relieving your symptoms. Menstrual cramps are a second chakra imbalance. Reflexology systems to work. Spinal reflexes, endocrine system, muscular system, nervous system, liver, solar plexus. Regular reflexology, Reiki, and chakra healing sessions are natural remedies. Essential oils. Basil, clary sage, cypress, lavender, myrrh, peppermint, pine, Roman chamomile, rosemary, sage, tarragon, and valerian. Suggested healing systems. If you experience menstrual cramps lasting more than 3 cycles, see a physician to rule out underlying disease. If you have never had menstrual cramps and suddenly experience them, an immediate visit to a medical doctor is appropriate. Things to do. Nutritional counseling can offer you a proper diet and supplements to reduce the severity of the cramps. Eat a healthy, balanced diet. Exercise daily. Make swimming, cycling, or walking a part of your life. Get sufficient sleep and do what you can to avoid stress. Middle and lower backache. Do you sit for hours? This can lead to back pain. So can overuse, poor posture, injuries, tension, and improper lifting. Whatever the cause, relief can get you to the root of the problem. For the chakras, the lower back pain is a first chakra imbalance. Your middle back pain is a second and third chakra imbalance. Reflexology systems to work include your nervous system, muscular system, urinary system, skeletal system, sciatic nerve, liver, and solar plexus. Essential oils include basil, fennel, ginger, lavender, marjoram, nutmeg, peppermint, and rosemary. Suggested healing systems say this: both generally and specifically, backaches are spiritual events. What will offer relief for one person may not work on another. Be sure to see your doctor to learn your best course of action. In spite of all of the advanced 21st century cures and surgeries available, many people, provided they are open to these things, respond well to reflexology, Reiki therapy, and chakra healing. I learned very early in my career as a massage therapist and reflexologist that your attitude toward healing and getting well has a lot to do with what is going to work for you. If you feel in your heart that only surgery will work, then only surgery will work. Don't even waste your time and money on bodywork modalities. Go straight to a surgeon. A good first step is to discover emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual causes of your discomfort. Then you can make the necessary decisions and changes to get rid of the pain. Finally, figure out what lifestyle changes need to happen to prevent the return of your issues. Physical therapy can help. A good physical therapist will develop your posture, which promotes your spinal alignment. Your visits will teach you specific exercises that will offer relief. I have a regular Thursday morning appointment with a physical therapist yoga teacher who teaches posture yoga. My hour in this class is one of the most important hours of the week. Several things to do include several times a day, throughout your day, check in with your back. Does it hurt? Does stretching help? Are your shoulders scrunched up against your neck? Learn the language of your spine. When this happens, listen and try to follow its instructions. When you respect your body and do not overwork it, you will avoid pain. Proper lifting techniques are important. So is exercise, because strong back muscles are essential for a healthy, pain-free spine. Well-fitting, low-heeled shoes prevent accidents and reduce stress to your spine and its alignment. Migraine headaches. Spiritually, migraine headaches reveal conflicts between your personal needs and those of others. Guilt and anxiety are in the mix. Unbearable pain, sensitivity to light, and debilitating nausea or vomiting are some of the most common symptoms of a migraine headache. A migraine interferes with your quality of life. Although millions of people experience migraine headaches, the excruciating pain can be extreme. Migraines run in families. Migraines send notices in the form of sensitivity to light, smell, and sound. You may even experience flashing lights or partial loss of vision. Migraine triggers include stress, poor diet, environmental allergies, fatigue, your menstrual cycle, lack of sleep, strong odors, and extreme changes in the weather. Painkillers help. So do regular reflexology, Reiki, and chakra healing sessions. Chakras. Migraine headaches are 6 chakra issues. Your reflexology systems to work include your brain reflexes, your sense organ system, your digestive system, nervous system, circulatory system, endocrine system, immune system, liver, and solar plexus. Essential oils include basil, eucalyptus, German chamomile, helichrysum, lavender, lemon, marjoram, peppermint, and rosemary. Suggested healing systems include: begin your healing path with integrated medical professionals. If you can, include visits to a chiropractor and an acupuncturist. Consistent sleep and eating habits are essential. Diet can influence a migraine. Keep a diet journal to identify the guilty foods. For some, these foods include bacon, aged cheese, nuts, peanut butter, coffee, aspartame, and alcohol. Exercise regularly with warm-ups. Skip the aerobic moves. And when you have a migraine headache, keep hydrated and rest in a dark, quiet place. Mononucleosis. Spiritually, you are angry because you feel underappreciated. Mononucleosis is a virus erupting when a person does too much of everything but rest. I say this because my older daughter had mononucleosis when she was about 16. She was at a stage in life where she was busy every waking moment. Then, one day, she just couldn't get out of bed because she was so tired. Jeanette hated mononucleosis because she had to rest. All her friends were out having fun, and she was stuck in her bedroom. Mononucleosis is not highly contagious, so her friends weren't afraid of coming over to visit. They just couldn't stay long before I sent them home. Mononucleosis is a 4th chakra imbalance. Reflexology systems to work: lymphatics, immune system, digestive system, respiratory system, endocrine system, spleen, liver, and solar plexus. Your essential oils include clove, eucalyptus, oregano, and peppermint. Your suggested healing systems include: your healthcare provider may suggest plenty of liquids, saltwater gargles, and pain relievers. There may be concern about a possible strep infection, tonsillitis, and enlargement of the spleen. For things to do, drink plenty of liquids such as water and juices. Saltwater gargles will relieve a sore throat. Pain relievers will help relieve a headache or fever. Self-care is the main thing. Bed rest is important for a few weeks, and in some conditions, bed rest may continue 2 to 3 months. Multiple sclerosis. Spiritually, you are afraid and you have a strong, inflexible personality. Think steel. This spiritual chronic disease affects your nervous and immune system. It affects more women than men. Both the cause and the cure are unknown. You may have had MS for months or years before anyone diagnosed it. Current treatment focuses on symptoms and efforts to modify the attacks. You cope with dizziness, fatigue, numbness, pain management, tremors, unsteady gait, limb weakness, double vision, impaired speech. Multiple sclerosis is a seventh chakra event. Reflexology systems to work include your immune system, endocrine system, nervous system, digestive system, liver, and solar plexus. Essential oils include basil, frankincense, helichrysum, juniper, marjoram, peppermint, and rosemary. Suggested healing systems begin with conventional medicine and supplement allopathic medicine with complementary and alternative medicine techniques where practical. Include body work, meditation, physical therapy, and exercise. Go with what works for you. MS responds well to regular reflexology sessions, Reiki, and chakra healing, as well as other complementary and allopathic treatments. A note of trivia here. I encourage my clinical reflexology students to find a person with MS and book 5 sessions with that person. The job here, the goal here, is to allow the student to see a client partner improve over time. Things to do: avoid getting overheated whenever possible. Do not get on a heated massage table and avoid the hot summer sun. Avoid stress as much as possible. Do not ignore your pain. It's a real symptom of MS and affects your quality of life. Get a flu shot and stay away from people who might have a contagious disease. The idea is to avoid fever. If you get the chance, being the part of a medical trial can be beneficial. Muscle cramping, soreness, spasm, and stiffness. Spiritually, your muscles represent your ability to move in life. Your muscles cramp when you're overwhelmed with the direction your life is taking. Life is no longer seems to be moving forward at a stable and balanced pace. Muscle pain and tenderness comes from sore muscles and can affect any part of your body. When life seems uncertain and filled with conflict, leg cramps become part of your life. People prefer going through life taking great confident strides. Overwork or strain cause sore muscles unless sports trauma, overexertion, poor posture, stress and tension are the culprits. When neck and shoulder muscles become tight and painful, you can no longer ignore the spiritual aspects of muscle injuries. Muscle spasms are both painful and irritating. They happen when your muscles are overworked, overstretched, and inflamed. Leg cramps can be sharply painful. They come on suddenly and leave your muscles sore for several hours after the pain leaves. Your injuries respond well to reflexology, Reiki, and chakra healing. A hands-on physical therapist can also help. Electrolyte imbalance and dehydration can contribute to cramps. An important note: if your muscles cramp or spasm during a massage, you need to see a medical professional to determine why. Your chakra issues are that muscle cramps, soreness, spasms, and stiffness are a first chakra imbalance. Your reflexology systems to work include your spine, your muscular system, your endocrine system, your parathyroid, and your adrenals. And your essential oil for cramping, for muscle cramps, includes cypress, peppermint, lavender, and marjoram. Essential oil for muscle soreness includes clary sage, eucalyptus, ginger, juniper, lemongrass, peppermint, pine, and thyme. For muscle spasms, clary sage, clove, cypress, ginger, lavender, marjoram, peppermint, and pine. Suggested healing systems include muscle soreness, spasm, and stiffness respond well to complementary medical bodywork. Your first step is a correct diagnosis to learn whether or not there is an underlying cause. If you experience muscle cramping after contacting a toxic substance, or if a cut is infected, contact a physician immediately. If you experience numbness or tingling, consult with a medical professional. Finally, if a cramp lasts more than 10 minutes, you need to find out why. A hands-on physical therapist can also help. Things to do. Warm-ups before exercise help. Include reflexology or Reiki sessions before using your muscles. Add regular yoga classes to your weekly schedule. Rest, ice, or heat are usually enough to relieve muscle soreness. Things should be better in 2 or 3 days. If not, it's time to see a medical professional. This suggestion is especially true if you have a high fever, cannot use the injured muscles, or have other concerns. Light stretching and walking can reduce your risk of injury. Nausea. Spiritually, nausea is a rejection of ideas and events. You're getting rid of something. Almost everyone experiences nausea occasionally. However, nausea can also be a symptom of a serious disease, such as appendicitis, a brain tumor, a concussion, encephalitis, heart attack, intestinal blockage, kidney disorder, meningitis. Nausea usually lasts a few hours and no more than a day. It's important to know why you are nauseous. Is it a side effect of medication, such as chemotherapy? Do you have digestive problems or morning sickness? Is stress nauseating you? Nausea is a third chakra issue. Reflexology systems to work. Brain reflexes, ear reflexes, stomach reflexes, intestinal reflexes, sense organ system, digestive system, nervous system, liver, and solar plexus. Reflexology, Reiki, and chakra healing are effective against nausea as a side effect of a medication. Essential oils include anise, ginger, grapefruit, nutmeg, peppermint, and Roman chamomile. Suggested healing systems include many herbs and supplements help nausea. Complementary and alternative medicines offer relief. But it's important to discover what causes your nausea first. Once you know the cause, you can overcome your health issues much more easily. Some over-the-counter medications reduce nausea and vomiting from motion sickness. Acupressure and acupuncture are effective against nausea. Things to do. Find a quiet place to sit still, sip a clear, sweet liquid, chew on a popsicle, eat small amounts of food both slowly and frequently. And if you're eating a meal, make it small, bland, and non-fat. And after you eat, rest for a few minutes sitting up. Stop taking medications that might irritate your stomach. Neck ailments. Spiritually, your neck is a heavy lifter. It's one of the places in your body where you experience and store stress. Neck muscles tighten throughout the day whenever someone startles you. When this happens, your breathing becomes shallow. Your neck muscles don't get enough oxygen. Everyone appears to be attached to a cell phone these days. Are you trying to avoid neck pain? Learn to talk on your phone properly. Bring the phone to your ear as opposed to tilting your head toward the phone. Posture is important. Your neck needs to sit balanced on top of your body, neither to the front nor to the back. Homeostasis helps balance the entire body as your muscles relax. A diagnosis from a physician and a referral to the physical therapist along with regular reflexology, Reiki, and chakra healing sessions help. This is synchronicity and homeostasis working together. Neck pain usually responds well to self-care. Rest is important. Too much inactivity can create more stiffness and pain. Sometimes surgery is appropriate. Chiropractic may sometimes be counterproductive, even dangerous. Lifestyle changes can remove your pain too. Neck pain can be a symptom of a serious disease. It should not be allowed to go undiagnosed. Neck pain is a fifth chakra issue. Reflexology systems to work: muscular system, skeletal system, spine, neck, arm, shoulder, liver, and solar plexus. Reflexology, Reiki, and chakra healing offer a special relaxation and healing experience you need if you want your neck and shoulder muscles to be in the comfort zone. Basil, helichrysum, Idaho balsam fir, marjoram, peppermint, and nutmeg are essential oils. For things to do, exercise and stretching help. A good physical therapist can teach you exercises to help you move your neck more easily while removing pain and comfort. Yoga is a supportive exercise modality for your neck issues. Breathing is an excellent tool to use to reduce the pain in your neck. The trick is to inhale and then exhale completely. Keep exhaling until you have no more air left in your lungs. Then wait a moment and inhale and then exhale again completely. Exhale until you have no more air left in your lungs. This breathing encourages you to breathe deeper and breathe calmly. Slow, deep breathing helps. Obesity. Well, almost all of us can identify with this. Obesity is our body's need for protection. Those extra pounds are armor. We are in the middle of an obesity epidemic. Why? Well, for starters, we're not getting enough exercise. Many of us spend too much time on our seats instead of our feet. We have sit-down jobs. Gigantic TVs beckon us to see what's on the screen after we get home from the sit-down job. We eat a lot of things which aren't foods at all. They are, in fact, chemically manufactured and prepared for us to chew and swallow. If you don't understand what I mean, read the labels on the products you buy at the grocery store. When you pick up something that's filled with things described on the label, with words that you can neither pronounce or understand, you don't have a food product in your hand. Obesity contributes to heart disease, arthritis, varicose veins, infertility, stroke, diabetes, hypertension, gallbladder disease, osteoarthritis, and sleep apnea. And obesity is a third chakra imbalance. So that means that although it's there as armor, there's an element of anger involved. Reflexology symptoms to use include nervous system, digestive system, circulatory system, endocrine system, liver, and solar plexus. Essential oils include peppermint, Roman chamomile, nutmeg, clove, grapefruit, fennel, cinnamon, lavender, frankincense, and vanilla. Suggested healing methods include, there are many different healing systems and methods, which include allopathic, complementary, and alternative, which can support you and your journey toward a healthy weight. The important thing is to find the right practitioner who is interested in you and your needs. Clinical trials have shown that Ayurvedic herbal preparations may help lower your weight. Weight loss. Losing weight is a journey, and it's not a weekend effort. There are things you can do. Pitch out all those products which aren't foods at all. Eat instead only real food. Skip soda pop, juice, and whole milk. Drink instead water, tea, and low-fat milk. Serve your meals on smaller plates and begin your meal with a piece of fruit. Eat breakfast every morning. Choose a high-fiber cereal or a high-fiber smoothie. Drink liquids throughout the day. 8 glasses of water aren't too many. A nutritionist can definitely help. Join a support group and exercise regularly. Osteoporosis. Spiritually, osteoporosis reveals a lack of support in your life. Bones constantly change in your body as bone tissue breaks down and rebuilds itself. This thinning process continues without symptoms for many months or years until you suddenly break a bone. Whether you experience symptoms or not, osteoporosis is a slow-moving disease which develops over decades. It is easily preventable or reversible with proper diet and exercise. You don't know if you have osteoporosis or not. You may be concerned about it, though. If that's the case, eat as if you have osteoporosis. Take nutritional supplements as if you do, and exercise like you do. Sometimes a fractured or broken bone is your first tip-off that you have osteoporosis. This is especially true of people in their 40s who suddenly break a bone in a foot. But the fractures don't always happen in the feet. Fractures can occur in your wrists, your hip joint, and in the vertebrae of your lower spine. Osteoporosis is found in elderly people and in postmenopausal women. Some osteoporosis is hereditary. Yoga is important for osteoporosis sufferers. Some people think yoga is not weight-bearing, and they disagree. This attitude is unrealistic. Yoga is a good exercise for osteoporosis. Yoga practitioners know that it is weight-bearing, and if you don't believe it, take some yoga classes. Whether you practice yoga or not, the important thing is to exercise daily. You'll also do well to get enough calcium and vitamin D. Cut out the cigarettes and the alcohol. Regular reflexology sessions can help, especially if your osteoporosis is in the early stage. If the disease advances to the point where the bones are brittle, keep your physician aware of your sessions. Reducing the time of each session may be an option. Reiki becomes more important as your disease progresses. Chakra healing is also a good option. Osteoporosis is a first chakra issue. Reflexology systems to work include the skeletal system, muscular system, endocrine system, digestive system, liver, and solar plexus. Essential oils include basil, cypress, frankincense, Idaho balsam fir, peppermint, marjoram, rosemary, and thyme. Some risk factors for osteoporosis include genetics, body frame size, gastrointestinal surgery. Lifestyle habits play their part if you're sedentary, smoke, drink alcohol, and eat a diet deficient in calcium. Steroids, overactive thyroid, chronic liver or kidney disease, and a vitamin D deficiency also contribute to osteoporosis. Suggested healing systems include begin with your allopathic physician and include complementary and allopathic systems and techniques. Choose body work, which may include yoga, Pilates, and other strength training and weight-bearing exercise modalities you're comfortable with. A good nutritionist is important because there are many things nutritionally that can help. You need to know about all of them, and you need to use as many as you possibly can. Install handrails in your shower and anywhere else where they may be needed to prevent falls. Secure rugs to prevent slipping, and avoid tripping and falling while running. Cut out the alcohol, drink no more than 2 cups of coffee daily, and quit smoking. And thank you very much for watching this program this evening. I look forward to seeing you again next week, and you can find out more by going to thurmangreco.com, where the books and the t-shirts and the video are located. Thank you so much.